and a warm welcome to you on a chilly Saturday evening. We are back. It's continuing coverage, there we go, of the 2020 Tradition NIT. Today, Tradition White taking on HoneyBaked U19 out of Detroit, Michigan. Joey Wright in with you. Excited to have the call of this one. HoneyBaked and Tradition White. And there we go as we get all settled in here in our broadcast booth. The 6th of 8 games on this Rink 1 at the TCO Sports Garden today. Games also going on Rink 2 and at the 2 rinks at the Fogarty Ice Arena over in Blaine. Busy weekend of hockey, the Tradition Company's NIT tournament. Happy to have this one for you, and it's going to be a good one, folks. Tradition, they have a great program. Every Tradition team in this tournament, so stout, but HoneyBaked, they come from a very competitive Detroit, Michigan scene. We've seen Little Caesars, and we have seen Bell Tire on this rink, but not HoneyBaked. First time we will see them here today. Games, of course, across all 4 rinks, and we're ready to go. In the circle for Tradition is Branton Gretchen, and she wins it. We're underway here in Minnesota. Face-off won by Tradition. HoneyBaked is going to get it into the neutral zone, and they'll shovel it ahead. Vanessa Stamper allows that to happen as Tradition works from in front of its own net. Now HoneyBaked gets it in the neutral zone, and both teams kind of fighting for it. Now Tradition's going to get it. They're going to say, let's slow down a little bit. Maggie Hansel pushes it ahead to Branton, and Branton takes it down into the corner, and a hard collision there as Gabby Kraus slid into the boards. She appears to be okay. We move on. Stamper got a little bit tripped up there as HoneyBaked works it back behind its net. And now they'll try to get an offense going. 1 minute in here in Vandus. Glad to have you with us. Or Vadnais, pardon me, as Tradition fires one in, and that'll go off the glass, back down, and HoneyBaked has a little bit of a run here. Carpenter trying to bring it ahead. Carpenter 21 in black, now 10 in white. Madison Garberding. .13:30. Tradition in front of the net, and there's a shot just wide from Grace Kuipers. There's a laser beam towards the goaltender, and goal for HoneyBaked today is Callie Shanahan. Shanahan with a nice deflection there. Just under 2 minutes gone by, still scoreless, and there was a wide open net for Carpenter. A little too much on that one, and Tradition will go the other way. Tradition White up and along. It's Sadie Lindsay. Lindsay in front of the net. Second chance, no. Good work tending that net from Shanahan. Over in the net for Tradition is Skylar Vetter. That's our goaltender matchup today. Face-off won by White. And there's going to be our first goal of the game. Tradition strikes first. Olivia Haag. And it's 1-0 favoring Tradition. How about that? A beautiful opportunity right in front of the net. And Olivia Haag slaps it through. Class of 2021, she's a forward, back underway. And HoneyBaked trying to play from behind one. Sims circles around the middle of the court. Pardon me, the rink. And Sims is going to bring it in. And now they'll bring it back out. Just about a minute and a half gone by here, and we'll have a quick whistle. And that'll stop play with 12-17. So we'll see what HoneyBaked can do if they can put together a chance in their offensive zone. There's a shot on net. Better deflects it. Easy play, and we go towards the Tradition offensive zone. They cross the blue line. Here's an onside opportunity. They get one in. HoneyBaked doesn't have much of a problem going after that. It's Sierra Coleman helping to advance it, and she shovels along. Stamper is there. Coleman is there. But Tradition's going to get it back in front of its own net here. They'll try to get it into the neutral zone. Battle for the loose puck here. A couple players coming in and out. And emerging with it is Kaylee Nickham. Nickham off to the left. And it was Mackenzie Batchelor trying to shovel it in. Got a few looks there towards Shanahan, but nothing of incredible substance. Tradition still leading 1-0. Tradition in white. HoneyBaked in the black and gold. There's a shot on Shanahan, and Shanahan had to shift. We go back a few moments ago. Jenna Carpenter had a look at the net. Just didn't have her positioning quite right. Missed it wide. And you don't want to dwell nor harp on it. Those opportunities will come and go throughout a game. You gotta wonder for HoneyBaked, what will the next one be? They've been close. They've had a few opportunities come their way. That chief among them is Peyton Hemp is there for Tradition. Now it's shoveled in. And HoneyBaked is going to move it almost out of the defensive zone. Couldn't quite cross the blue line. And Tradition brings it back. Madison Clough there for Tradition. As HoneyBaked still looks for another shot on goal here. It's brought ahead. And that's Gabby Kraus. Kraus looking and a whistle. Should be our first penalty of the game. We'll see what the call is. Tripping call, I believe, and that will go against HoneyBaked. So a power play opportunity for Tradition White. And we refer to them as Tradition White, of course, because there are a couple of Tradition teams in this tournament: red, black, Vegas, and white. White leading 1-0 here, 9:30 to play in the first. 150 on that power play remaining. The whistle is blown. Liz Cramp is in the box. I don't think that I mentioned that, but she is in the box for HoneyBaked. 9:23 to play, and we've got a good one in store for us here. It's a 1-0 lead for Tradition, of course, but HoneyBaked has been close as well. Face off. Tradition will move it into the offensive zone across the blue line and in. Now they'll bring it back out, setting it up top. Here's a shot, pad save. Or more accurately, she used the blocker for that one. And how about that from Callie Shanahan? 123 on the power play. Tradition getting some good looks here. The 5-on-4. Here's a shot off the stick of, I believe that was Coleman who deflected it away, and Tradition will have to look for something else here. They dish it down. It's below the net. And here's a good look, but a little bit high on the shot from Sadie Lindsay. .25 first period. And here's a good look at the net. Great play in the net from Shanahan. And 21 in the face-off to Tradition. Just a tick over 8 minutes left here as they will slide it over. And now a breakaway chance for Carpenter. Carpenter streaking towards the net. And it is saved, I believe. Yes. Great play in the net from Skylar Vetter. Skylar Vetter put herself in a great position to block the Jenna Carpenter breakaway. Carpenter in the circle for the face-off, but it goes to HoneyBaked. .740 here. Carpenter, and they're sliding it around as Tradition has it intercepted. And this could be an opportunity for HoneyBaked. Shot towards the net. Loose puck in front of the net. Doesn't quite go, just a little bit wide. Riley Johnson couldn't get there quite quick enough. Johnson trying to set it up in front of the net. Good defense from Tradition, and there's another shot from the stick of Johnson that time, and just didn't get the angle quite right, chipped it up. Now behind the net, HoneyBaked working it. HoneyBaked using the board, goes back up top, and a glove save. Good shot from Coleman. Juliana Coleman from Washington, Pennsylvania. .655 in the first period. Good chance for Tradition. 1-on-2, now 2-on-2 as they get numbers back. In front of the net, nobody was home. And HoneyBaked will send it towards the boards. Jaden Seifert there in white. And a glove save. We'll stop play for a moment with 6:29 to play in the first. .29 in the face-off coming. Face-off takes us towards the boards. And a good chance, good look there from Lauren Stensley. And Stensley's shot on the goal. Tradition, folks, they are close. Already scored one, looking to build on that lead and make it a 2-0 game. 6:10 left, first period. And along the boards, loose puck, still fighting for it. That's going to go all the way back. Tradition's going to win the race to it. See if they can use that as a starting block for an offense. They move it ahead, it's Stensley. Stensley looking, had two defenders in front of her. Good defense from HoneyBaked. Good positioning is everything. And here's going to be a look. A good position for a goal, but a save. Couple of big saves in the net from Shanahan. Got the glove up that time and prevented a goal. 1-0. 5:40, face-off. Taking it up is HoneyBaked, and HoneyBaked still looking to find the scoring column. They might have a chance here. Sent to the right and deflected off the pads of Vetter. .520 to play. Brought in. Here's Tradition. Tradition tried to send it in, but there was nobody home. And that'll be an icing with 4:53 left to play. Right in front of the Tradition net. Now over to the boards and up we go. Tradition bringing it in. And Shanahan in front of the net had to move up a little bit for that one. That was a toughie. 4:30 to play. Here's Carpenter moving ahead, has a teammate. Oh, and the shot just wide. Good look from Stamper, who the pass was forwarded to, but couldn't quite find the net. Just a touch over 4 left. And there's a shot. Still loose. 4 minutes to play. HoneyBaked now forced to retreat. And up and along. It's Coleman. Right in front of the net, but it got to a Tradition player first. Still in the offensive zone, though, is HoneyBaked, and as I say that, it looks like, and yes, Tradition will move it out, but HoneyBaked's going to get it back. Let's see. Stick work couldn't overcome the numbers. Send in and up and along. And now back. And it's Ressler. Pass went to Olivia Hogg of Tradition, who scored their goal earlier. 3:05 to play. First period. HoneyBaked, folks, they've had the chances, they just haven't been able to convert. Now they've got a good look here. Up along the right side, it's going to go back to Carpenter. Carpenter trying to push it in, pushes it wide instead. We play on, still in the offensive zone for HoneyBaked. Behind the net, HoneyBaked trying as that slides under the stick of Cramp. Gustafson takes it ahead. She's got 2 defenders in front of her. See how she plays this. Gustafson, oh, she's got it poked away. And a whistle is blown. Play will be stopped. 2:14 to play in the first. Glad you're with us. Continuing coverage of the Tradition Company's NIT tournament here in Vadnais Heights, Minnesota. That's where we are at today, and it's where we're posted up throughout the week here. Joey Wright on the mic here with you. Sydney Hinges is running our camera today. Appreciate her work and the work of the entire team. Under the Lights Media helping to produce our broadcast this weekend. What a busy weekend it has been. Great hockey, though. Absolutely phenomenal. Cramp brings it in. Cramp, stick work. Still a loose puck, and HoneyBaked is going to be able to emerge with it. It's popped up. Comes back down. A lot of rinks you'll see is this might be a tripping. Let's see what they call. Don't think they'll call it. Probably the right call there. 1:30 left in the first. A lot of rinks you'll see around the country really have netting along the benches and along the sides. No such netting here, so easy for those popped up pucks to enter the stands. Not to keep, of course. So an extra level of vigilance required. And here's a look inside. Tripped up was Kristen Sims. As Bennett shoveled it in. Resler gives chase to it behind the net of HoneyBaked. 40 seconds left, and Tradition looking to tack on one more. It's brought ahead into the neutral zone, now about mid-ice there. Face-off circle. 27 seconds. We've seen it time and time again this week. Teams can tack on one in mere milliseconds, especially late in these periods. Let's see. HoneyBaked now might have a lane. They've got 3. They have 1. And the puck was deflected far off to the far boards. 8 seconds left. HoneyBaked might have one more chance. They control the puck now. They shovel it in. Crosses the blue line. 2-1. Tradition wins the race. The buzzer sounds, pardon me, and that is the end of our first period of play. So folks, we will take a quick break here. They're going to bring the ice resurfacer out onto the ice, and we'll take a quick break to allow that to happen. Should be about 10 minutes before the second period gets underway. You're watching the 2020 Tradition NIT tournament from Vadnais Heights, Minnesota. Back with you in just a little bit. back in Vadnais Heights, Minnesota. Ongoing coverage of the 2020 Tradition Company's NIT tournament. Joey Wright in with you as we get set for the second period of what has the makings of a good one. Tradition White and HoneyBaked U19 going at it. And on Vadnais Rink 1, our score is 1-0 favoring Tradition White. But let me tell you, HoneyBaked has had their chances. And if they can maybe push in a goal, obviously, that would tie it up if the defense holds, you never know what we may see. As here's a shot just to the left of the net. Tradition White's goaltender, Skylar Vetter, did not have to do anything for that one. And, of course, folks, it's perhaps a bit obvious to state, but Tradition White in the white uniforms, HoneyBaked is in the black and gold. We are 9 seconds in. The second period, good to have you. HoneyBaked in front of its own net. Let's see. They've switched sides, of course, for the new period. And a whistle sounds 20 seconds into the period. It was Olivia Hogg that scored the goal for Tradition White 1 period ago. And that came relatively early in the frame. Face-off one. And Tradition's going to flip one in. Callie Shanahan, the goaltender from Commerce Township, Michigan, graduating class of 2021. Let one in earlier, but has played very well to this point. Of course, you can't go, even the best goalies will let in a few. The key is that you give your team a chance to win. HoneyBaked's still certainly very much in this. Key for HoneyBaked, I think, is they've just got to get it into the offensive zone a little bit more often. Control the time of possession a little bit and take the time to get some looks as we bring it in on the right side of the net. Behind the net and over to the left. Giving chase is Jenna Carpenter. Carpenter dishing over and a dish in. Good look there from Peyton Bennett. But Tradition is going to emerge with it. And Tradition bringing it up along the far side boards there, right when it starts to curve. And slowly the puck is being worked behind the net. Who got out of it with it? Tradition White with a chance. Shot on goal, turned aside. I believe that got to Shanahan. May have been deflected by one of her teammates in front of her. In any case, we play on. Tradition White trying to keep the possession alive, but they'll have to hop back onside. Sent in, and that will be an offside. Lauren Stensley, I believe, the guilty party there, was not quite back onside. The pass just came in a bit too quick. As Tradition will bring on some fresh faces. 13:20 to play here. And we continue to play on. .34 in black, advancing it in. That is Sierra Coleman. And a good opportunity in front of the net there for Tradition. Nothing quite cooking. Now back into the neutral zone, and Tradition will send it back and regroup. Sent along to Taylor Atremba, 19 in white. Atremba loses it in the corner. A chance for HoneyBaked, and HoneyBaked will just shovel it in. White comes out to play it. Pardon me. And a whistle blown. That should go for an icing. So, going to be a chance for HoneyBaked right here. They'll have a face-off in front of the Tradition net. So a good chance to score. Maybe build some momentum here. Face-off. And HoneyBaked tried to center it up there. It was sent in by Morgan Nietzsky. And Tradition with a quick possession on the other end. They fire one off the glass. And on we march. Lauren Stensley. Stensley now back. And HoneyBaked looking. HoneyBaked at the point. Sending it in, corner. And that was back to Daiskowski. Tradition on the other end, and a nice save. Shanahan. Shanahan, real quick, we have this nice handout of the HoneyBaked team. A little program that we don't have for the other teams. Worth noting that Shanahan has the highest GPA among any player on the HoneyBaked 19U team. 4.2 for Shanahan. Congratulations to her. That's a nice accomplishment. Nice thing to have. As Tradition shuffles it in, and yeah, we've got all sorts of neat little information for this HoneyBaked team. Hometown, GPA, height, handedness, birth year, not the date, but the year. So appreciate HoneyBaked for providing that. 10:50 to play, second period. Working it in the corner, and now we're going back out to the far boards, neutral zone, and Tradition's just going to back way up with this and try to start something from scratch. Intercepted by Gustafson, and now HoneyBaked will look to do the same. Pass was intended to go up into the neutral zone, but it deflected off. Gustafson got it right in front, and Tradition forced it back to the net. Down to the corner, shot along the glass. Goes way back, and Tradition will get to it for an icing. So that's going to give Tradition a strong opportunity here. These face-offs in the offensive zone, always important. And we'll see if they can use this as a catalyst to go up by 2. And they got it in front of the net, but the only players there were HoneyBaked players. Taking it up. And in. Crash along the glass. HoneyBaked is working, but Tradition able to shut him down thus far. 9:35 to play in the frame. And HoneyBaked will pedal it along. Liz Cramp bringing it up. Left side boards. She goes down along with Jaden Seifert. And Tradition on the other end. Shot on goal. Turned aside. Pad save. Now gloved. And that was Gretchen Branton that set that up. And now we'll have a face-off. See if Tradition can pounce. 9:15 to play in the second frame. Face-off won by HoneyBaked. Bringing it up, Madison Claw. Probably Madison Clough, I apologize. And folks, again, apologies. It would help if I could pronounce it for any mispronunciations. 9 minutes to play, second period. And just inside the blue line, HoneyBaked trying to center it up and attack right down the center towards the goal, and that was a shot just high. Eluded the glove of Vetter, but it was high in the net to begin with. And Now advancing it up is White. And this is a good look for HoneyBaked. Trying to bring it around. Tradition gets in there, pokes it loose. Sims for HoneyBaked takes it offside, so they'll all have to get back. Offense is going to have to reset. And they'll shovel it into Kristen Sims. Sims will start it back off. It's poked off again. So an offside warning, and it'll be White to touch it first. White sends it in. Bounces off the yellow on the bottom of the boards, and a chance for Tradition. In, and the net is off. So they'll wave it off. Don't believe that that wasn't a goal to start with, but it won't count. The net came off its moorings. And it was in the net, but that will not be a legal goal. Not the professional levels of hockey either, where they could review it to see what moved first. Puck across the line of the net. No such process here at the NIT. Thought I saw that net come loose, but perhaps my eyes deceived me as Tradition moving it in. Stick save, glove for a face-off. 7:31 to play. So in 1 second, we'll be halfway through the contest. Tradition White leading HoneyBaked 1-0. It's been a good one if you're just joining us. Glad to have you with us. HoneyBaked in black, and they are searching for a goal that would allow them to tie it up. As they start their offensive sequence. Pass a little bit wide. Should go for an icing, and it will. A quick whistle there. Pass was sent ahead to Jaden Seifert. And she just couldn't quite get the stick out in time. Offsides. 7:17 to play, P2. Brenna Furman. Furman scores! See if they attribute that to Furman, but it is a goal for Tradition White. It was either Furman or Olivia Hogg, and we'll see. And it will be Hogg on the goal, the assist from Furman. And that's the second goal that Hogg has scored and the second goal that White has scored. Tradition White, your leader, 2-0 with 7:12 to play in the second. And now that might change how HoneyBaked has to approach things. Sent back and up, Maggie Hansel. Pardon me. Dicekowski. 7 in black. Hansel 7 in white. 6:55 to play. And you can tell that juiced Tradition White up a little bit. They're playing with a little bit of aggression here. They want to keep building on the lead and try their best to put it away early. HoneyBaked still in it. They just need one. HoneyBaked trying to wrap that around. No dice. And a 1-on-2 opportunity here for Tradition. It became a 2-on-2 there as more of them entered the zone. And covered in a face-off coming. Shanahan covered it. And seemingly a good thing that she did. I believe it was Taylor Otremba who was waiting for it right side of the net. 6:18 to play, second period of work. And we go under 6 and a whistle. It's going to be a penalty, and that'll set up a power play opportunity for someone. And it looks like HoneyBaked's Jenna Carpenter is headed towards the bench. Face-off won by Tradition. Tradition's been successful here today in setting up offensive looks. As it goes down in behind the net, crossing the red line. Tradition off the iron. Set back up, a slapper from the point, no. Maggie Hansel. That's inside, and Madison Clough. And a shot upside from Hansel. Now it's Rachel Golnitz. Golnitz, and to the other side of the ice it goes. Rolling back, about 1:05 minutes left in this power play. Tradition has had its chances. Sent in, here's a look, here's an opportunity and a goal! Gabby Kraus for Tradition White, and it's 3-0. Favoring Tradition. Power play goal, it's Kraus finishing it up. Still 49 seconds left in the penalty. Of course, that is wiped off now that the goal has been scored. And Carpenter's eligible to return, but it's Kraus. Gabby Kraus. That puts Tradition White ahead 3-0. Still 4:35 to play, second period. A lot of hockey left. See what happens. HoneyBaked looking. Nothing there. Now it's sent in. And behind the net. It's Cramp battling with a couple of different players back there, including Morgan Nietzsky from HoneyBaked. And now HoneyBaked brings it in inside the blue line. An onside play, as we say. Nietzsky back there. A couple of bodies scavenging for the loose puck and digging and trying to get it, but it's going to be an onside look for Tradition. What a pass if that sets up a shot. Oh, and they had Madison Garberding waiting for that on the other side. There's HoneyBaked driving in, pushing in, trying. It's popped up. And great wherewithal from Skylar Vetter, who realized where that puck was coming from and, more importantly, what it was doing. And with 3:46 to play, clock will resume. Over off to the right side. Tradition's going to force a turnover. Olivia Hogg. Hogg, who has both goals for, well, 2 of 3, I should say. My information a little outdated. 2 of 3 for Hogg. And 3:10 here to play. 3-0 game, Tradition White leading. And I say 3:10 to play. It's now 3:05 in the second period. So still just a touch over 18 minutes of hockey left. As we've seen this week, anything is possible. And a glove save, a nice one from Shanahan. .253, puck is dropped. Tradition now working behind the HoneyBaked goal, and here's going to be a chance for HoneyBaked. Still 1-on-2. Help is coming, but they'll dish it back. And they'll look to start over, HoneyBaked will. Up into the neutral zone. Sliding into... Still not into the offensive zone, and they're forced to retreat. And a whistle comes with 2:06 to play in the second. Glad you're with us, our continuing coverage of the 2020 Tradition NIT Tournament. Joey Wright. Sydney Hinges is on our camera. 3-0 game here with 2:06 to play in the second. It's been all Tradition White, but a good team in black and gold, HoneyBaked. See if they can't knock a few through, and it can change on a dime, this sport can. Tradition watches as it's brought ahead. Here's Stamper. Stamper kicks off to the right. Loose puck. They'll battle for it. And digging along the boards, it's popped out. Kind of centered up there. This could be, oh, and Sims couldn't quite get that under the stick. Got the stick over a little bit. And 1:25 here to play, second period. Pad save, deflects off the pad of Shanahan. And now they'll try it on Shanahan again, but it's deflected out. This time by Juliana Coman. And sent in. Cross mid-ice into the offensive zone, an onside look. And saved, still a loose puck in front of the net. Oh, it's wide. Vetter with a good effort there, still left it a little bit loose, and HoneyBaked almost cleaned that up and got in for the goal. 35 seconds left here, second period. Sent in. And that was a good look just in front of the net. Now Tradition, one-on-one opportunity, and a beautiful glove save from Shanahan. Not a bad look there, and I believe that was Kraus who came in and flipped it in, or tried to. 15 seconds to play. 10-9. Tradition retreating towards its own net. 5-4, 3-2. Tradition might have one more look. Tradition, pad save, and the rebound went back to HoneyBaked. Thank goodness, for HoneyBaked's sake, that was Peyton Bennett, who was the first one to touch the puck after it deflected off the pads. 3-0 is our score. We'll take just a brief break. Back for the third period in about 45 seconds. You're watching the Tradition NIT Tournament. We'll be right back. And we're back. The third period of hockey coming up. 15 minutes on the board, and it's a 3-0 lead for Tradition White over HoneyBaked U19. Joey Wright in with you. After this, just 2 more games on this rink tonight. Don't go anywhere. More hockey coming up for you. Glad you're with us on our website or on our YouTube channel watching the 2020 Tradition NIT. Face-off goes to HoneyBaked. HoneyBaked will advance it into the offensive zone. Here's a shot from the left side. Pretty good shot came in from Nietzsky, but there to make a better save was Skylar Vetter. Now Tradition working it on the offensive end. HoneyBaked's going to come out of it with it from behind the net. And here's HoneyBaked. It's a 3-on-3. Pass was sent in there. And the intended target was Stamper. And Stamper couldn't hold on to it. 14-10 to play here in the third. Now an even 14. HoneyBaked has got to keep it on this side of the ice and look for opportunities, and I think they realize it, as that is kept on side barely, but the right call. Did not cross the blue line. Still awaiting here, and now we'll see the Tradition. Almost a miscommunication there, as I think Vetter thought the puck was going back to her. Instead, it's dumped in. Should go for an icing, and it will. Stops play in even 1:30 into the third period. Tradition, to me, has seemed to have the upper hand all game long, namely in the category of offense. But that is not to say that Bell Tire, pardon me, wrong Detroit team, that HoneyBaked is playing poorly. They just haven't been able to execute, especially offensively, quite to the level that Tradition White has. As there's a shot. Slid in front of the net. And poked off the yellow. So Tradition takes it back, defensive zone, now up a level into the neutral zone. And HoneyBaked, they good neutral zone defense here. Now Tradition will have a lane, but prior to that, HoneyBaked was making it very difficult, and a whistle blown should be offsides. 12:37 to play. .12:37 and a face-off in Tradition's offensive end. Now behind the net, off the board, and it's going to go back to Tradition. 12:26 here to play. Brought in, now passed back out. Sims. Send it back to Nietzsky. And she checks out. In comes Daiskowski. And the other substitution, I believe, as it's in front of the net, and there's a shot just wide. I believe Coleman is into the game. We'll confirm that here in just a minute. Here's Tradition streaking up the near side. Taking it back behind the net. And let's see if they can't center it up. They like to work it behind that net. They're going to try to throw one center ice. And it was deflected. And an easy save there on the other end for Vetter. .11:10 to play. And an even 11. Tradition up the far side. Far side and Polici. Or Polici. there it is, another goal for Tradition. See who they attribute that to. But it came from the point, and I would not be surprised if that's closed goal. We'll see. Going to give that to Mackenzie Batchelor. Scores the goal, puts Tradition ahead by 4-0. 10:40 left the third period. Brought ahead Riley Johnson. Time is going to start working against HoneyBaked here before too long. As it's sent back down into the Tradition offensive zone, and we're going to have a penalty of some sort here, a hold, I believe. It will be a hold. That's going to go against Batchelor, who just moments ago gave her team a 4-0 lead. 10:20 to play, P3. Sent back, blue line, and they'll play catch with it, so to speak. Tradition will, before sending it in and ahead. '77 in black, taking it ahead. Or pardon me, 27, that's Kristen Sims. No such 77 on the roster. Here's Coleman. Coleman looking over to Resler. Resler couldn't quite hold on to it. Now Sims will give chase. Coleman's going to come over to help out. Race back to the puck is won by those who possessed it first, HoneyBaked. And good look, but just left of the net. Jordan Seifert. Now 9:20 to play. Ticking in 9:10, shot on goal from HoneyBaked. Kristen Sims got a good look at that one. .855 and ticking. Sims brings it ahead. Passed off to the right side and Nietzsky. 8:45. Playing out right in front of us now. 14 seconds left on the power play. And in and along. Riley Johnson. Whistle blown, glove save. Good job from Skylar Vetter. .815, puck is dropped, we're back to it. Now down to 8 minutes, working it in the corner here. HoneyBaked, you know, win, lose, or draw, you want to put some points on the board, so we'll see if they can't find some. It's going to be tough to find 4 after having not scored all game long, but they could at least put 1 or 2 on. As meanwhile, Tradition looking, oh, and a pass. Would have been a good opportunity there for Peyton Hemp. Couldn't quite finish it. Brought in. Cramp taking it up and ahead. Cramp, and it's sent in right in front of the net. Gloved, and we'll have a face-off. Vetter wants a fair chance at it. Liz Cramp from Farmington Hills, Michigan. Earlier, I identified, and we'll hold that thought as HoneyBaked brings it on. Gretchen Branton, pardon me, Peyton Bennett. 7 minutes even left now on the clock. And a whistle blown. Folks, earlier I identified Callie Shanahan as having the highest GPA on the team, and that is not entirely correct. She is tied. I want to scan through it, make sure I didn't miss anyone else. I didn't. She is tied with Juliana Coleman. Both have 4.2. No, actually, and I misread that. Coleman has a 4.02. So apologies for the confusion. Trying to clear up confusion. Wanted to get that taken care of before we went off the air, and there's a shot on goal. Another great save from Shanahan. Anika Daiskowski has a 4.1. That would be the second highest on the team. Sent in. And a good look for Mackenzie Batchelor. Batchelor already has a goal in this one. Sent up top, fired in. And that was a laser beam, and that's going to set up a breakaway opportunity. And a save, I think. See how they call that. One group is happy. Yes, a save. Beautiful save from Vetter. It was a breakaway opportunity for Nietsky. Or perhaps that's Knightsky. 6'10". 4-0 here. Just a tick over 2, or over 6 to play. Off to the right of the net, and now they'll flip it over to the other side of the ice. Tradition's had a few looks at it here, and Shanahan goes down, makes the save. Just patted it away. Line change for HoneyBaked. 5-10. Out in front of the net, good look for Tradition. Good look, still a good look. Still loose, still fighting. Oh, a couple of saves from Shanahan. Great stand. Had to deal with Olivia Hogg, who scored the first 2 goals for HoneyBaked, and HoneyBaked almost went down there and got one back. 4:45 to play. HoneyBaked and on up ahead. Tess Hurd pursued it. Hurd in the game. Haven't called that name tonight, but she was able to give chase to that one. Play stopped with 4:29 left to go. 4 games left on this rink tonight. Or in this building, I should say. 2 on this rink and 2 on the one right behind us. And HoneyBaked trying to get that in. Slipping and hitting the ice. Netsky. in, patted away. Shanahan has had some nice saves to this point. 4 minutes to play in the third. Sent in along the boards and glass. Now back up on that near side. Sent over. HoneyBaked will restart in offense. .335 here to play. Not a lot of room here for error as HoneyBaked looks to try and get their way back into the game. It's Hurd. Hurd up top. Hurd has it poked away, but there's help right behind. As I think that was Riley Johnson down low trying to set a screen. It would have been a textbook screen, but the puck couldn't get there. Wide of the net. Mackenzie Batchelor going at it, of course, within the confines of a respectful game with Jenna Carpenter, and a shot on goal is saved. Skylar Vetter says hello. Vetter has had a phenomenal game. You could argue player of the game candidate. Made a couple of solid saves, and anytime you pitch a shutout and it's still 2:38 left to play, you've put your team in a really good spot. .230 to play. A little bit of a kerfuffle there along the boards as they tried to sort out what team would emerge with it. Tradition starts the offense. 2:10 to play. And HoneyBaked looking. Couple of opportunities. Now they bring it ahead. We're under 2 to play. Shot on Vetter, and Vetter got the pads closed, made the save. Could have been a dangerous rebound, but Tradition was there to get it. Now a shot, and that's going to get in near Shanahan. Shanahan slams the glove down and covers it with 1 minute and 45 seconds left to play. HoneyBaked with the puck in front of the net. Rooted in. And still loose along the boards. A couple of players down there, and they won't have to whistle it as the puck suddenly dislodges itself. It's HoneyBaked. And at this point, they're just playing to get some points on the board. And Tradition just wants to score a few more points here, as we might have an opportunity to see that happen. Oh, and a nice save. I think Shanahan caught that. And the view that wasn't the greatest, but I think she knocked it loose. Don't think it would have gone in anyways. 48 seconds left as they come in from what would be a left angle if Shanahan were looking at them. Matsky now a chance here. Chance for HoneyBaked. HoneyBaked in front of the net. Not quite. And this Tradition defense, you've got to give them all the credit in the world. They've been strong today. HoneyBaked has not been able to capitalize on a few opportunities, but nevertheless, Tradition has been stellar in shutting them down. 20 seconds left in the game. Now 15. HoneyBaked wants one. It's 4-0 right now. 10 seconds. Tradition. And we might have a penalty here in the last 10 seconds. Jenna Carpenter. Carpenter will indeed head towards the penalty box. Nope, that's not yeah, it is Carpenter, pardon me. And that'll be a 2-minute penalty there. That'll take her through the end of the game, which is only 4 seconds in length now. 2-1, and that'll do it. One final shot, wide to the right. Don't think it would have counted had it gone in anyways, and that's our final. Tradition White is going to outlast HoneyBaked 19U. Final score 4-0. It was a good game. Both teams played well. And we've got 2 more games coming up on this rink for you in the 2020 NIT tournament, brought to you by Tradition. So for our entire crew, Sydney Hinges on the camera. I'm Joey Wright. That's where we'll leave you for now. Pick you back up in just a couple of minutes with our next game. Thank you for watching this presentation of the 2020 Tradition NIT Tournament.